Hi, beauties. Welcome. You have reached true EQ through Lighthouse Effects. First of all, I want to start out by thanking our sponsors tonight, and that is Spirituality Gone Wild, Love Coach Academy, and Light Touch. So thank you. Also giving a shout out to Sign.net and also giving a shout out to Unify. So I'm here with a very special guest with Lizzy Tremaine. And we're going to be discussing the tools that it takes in order to help transform lives. So when we're in like our angst, when we're in our like a lot of what's going on in the world right now, we tune into music, and through music we develop the conversations in order to bring you, the audience, the tools to be able to maybe get off the hamster wheel, because sometimes it's been really, really hard. So thank you for welcoming and bringing in the guests.
Hello, world.
And we will be taking and looking over your text. So anything that you're sending in, it's just going to take me a few minutes, and I'll get back to it after Lizzy goes on. So if you do have questions, please drop them in, and you are welcome to share. At the half-hour mark, or around the half-hour mark, we will be getting Lizzy onto the baby grand piano. That's Linda. And and that will be awesome as well. So okay, so let's get into it. Hi. So Lizzy is a producer here. We're at Silverbridge Recording Studios. You're a producer. You're a songwriter. Tell me about what drives you with your emotions, and that's a very broad question, but we'll just start there.
What drives me with music specifically?
Yes.
Well, channeling it for sure.
Okay.
So I've been doing this ever since I was little. I think one of the first songs that I ever wrote was actually about my dog dying. Oh. So I was in a very deep, yeah, exactly, right? Like one of my first songs that I would play over and over to cope with my dog dying was that I had a song for him, you know?
Right.
And the fact that I could always go back to that and use that as a coping mechanism. So as my whole entire life, I know it's like from years ago, and that's just like a starting point, you know, for trauma, you know, like there's more things, you start losing people, you start, you know, more things happen in your life. But as I have been able to use that for other people, even if they're not artists, even if they're not poets, even if they're not even musically inclined, just to use that mechanism of channeling. So what drives me, back to your question, is just using that in music and remembering that like that's been with me forever. And so I always encourage other people, even if they're not artists, to find an outlet using like poems, expression, even using their notes or writing down just over and over like how it makes them feel, just so that they get it out.
Right. So let's go a little bit deeper, and that would be, so you're talking about mourning, right? About the loss of an animal. Dropping into that further, like one of the things that we do with Lighthouse Effects is that we talk about what are your emotions. So you'll hear me repeat this a lot. So we go from emotions into feelings, like what am I feeling? How is it being charged in my body? And where am I feeling it in my body? Where am I not getting oxygen in my body? And then it helps to showcase like what are your needs and what are your values, and then essentially it's to get to a place of what are your boundaries. So let's talk about this song. We'll just use this as an example. So you're a child, you're trying to process what's going on with you. What are the emotions that are happening underneath? So we'll start there. What are the core emotions?
Heartbroken, sadness,
okay,
grief,
okay,
anger,
who
hit him,
you
know, things like that. So many. Like when you lose something, you know, it's a lot of turmoil. It's a lot on you. Even as a child, I think everyone can relate. Like when they first lost their like the first time losing a pet is the worst. It's so bad after, but the first time when you're a kid, I don't think you forget that. Because it's just so there's so many emotions around it. That was the best friend, you know, like as a kid, that's besides like an imaginary friend or just like your siblings, your family, you have your friends, and then there's your pet who's like your best friend.
I remember like as a kid, I would just like the world is falling falling apart regularly for a kid, right? And I just remember sobbing on my dog, and there would just be like snot on my dog because I'd be like, "You're the only person who understands what I'm going through."
I swear that I could communicate with my pets.
Right.
Actually, all animals in general.
Right.
Like, I swear as a kid, I was like, I know what you're thinking. You know what I'm thinking. We are communicating. We are on the same page.
My dog used to tell me to drop ice cream. Like it'd be like, drop the ice cream so I can eat it. When dogs are standing right underneath the kid and then the popsicle on the bottom.
I have something to share too. When I was a kid, I actually used to, you know how dogs lick? I would lick my dog back. I was like, okay. Or I thought their way of hugging was like wrapping their necks, like instead of like actually hugging the dog, I would like hug the dog with my neck. Because I would like go around the dogs, because I thought that's how they would hug instead of like taking their paws and going up.
Right.
I swear it was maybe with ball toe that put that in my mind.
It's possible. Yeah. Okay, so you're sitting down. Were you at the piano?
Of course.
When you were writing? Okay.
Always. I've been at the piano since, like, I have so many pictures of even like toddler, 4 or 5 years old, just sitting at the piano until I really like started figuring it out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess the first question that we could ask to the audience is, what songs really inspire you and really get into this like deeper place for you when you're feeling sad? Please post those, and please hashtag those, the names of the song or the names of the artist. So we're asking you, when you're wanting to get into this place of sadness so that you can expand into sadness. So sometimes people just like want to sit in it, and they're like, "Wah!" and they don't know what to do with that information.
Yeah.
So tell me about your process now, and let's talk about for a few minutes about toxicity in relationships. And what is your process now? Again, a very broad spectrum question, but wherever you want to go with that.
Well, I think what I do now after years is, first off, it's always a number one.
It's always
a number one.
Okay.
Only now, because I'm older and I have more skill sets, I am able to, I will go to Ableton, I'll go to Logic, because I'm a producer now. I've developed over the last year, I've had that knowledge. So taking my skill sets and using them as, it's just like if you were to go to a gym, or, because that helps too. If you're going to go take a walk outside, that helps too. There's so many different ways. But yes, one of my main ones is music. One of my main outlets is making beats and creation in general. So even if it's with other people, I take initiative of, almost, it's not distracting my mind. It's just knowing that I have something that I can rely on and go to. That's my medicine. That's always been my keyword, is it's my medicine. And that's just always what I've known music to be, is my therapy. I can tell all my secrets to the piano, and it listens and it reciprocates.
Oh, yeah, I get that.
Literally how it's always been for me.
Yeah.
It's
an invitation.
Yeah.
To come back.
It is
home.
Therapy.
Yeah.
It is therapy. It's like, and I still encourage people, like, even if you do have these, it's still good to have someone to talk to. I have a therapist, an accountability partner, someone that you can rely on outside of that. It's still a part of that process.
Right.
But, there's so many different ways. It's really about what is most effective, I think.
Right. So can you tell me more about, okay, let's say that you're in a fight with somebody, that you're just fighting. It's not with somebody necessarily. You're just like in this anger space. Tell me your process when you're in your anger space.
Well, I hope people that are like watching know me, so this is funny. Usually, I have been working heavily on not vomiting my words. I have a lot to say, right?
Speak about that.
Okay, so how dare you? F you. This is how I feel. Me, my feelings. But instead of like putting my notes, talking to someone about it, going to the piano if it's not there, going to my beats if it's not there. I have no outlet. It's just
they put sound to it.
Yeah. I'm just vomiting.
Yeah.
And I think resisting that is the challenge, and remembering that there is other ways to
Mm.
channel it. It's not that you don't have any way to channel it.
Right.
It's just knowing that there's a better way to channel it.
Right. And I wonder, like sometimes vomit is like the first thing that comes up. Sometimes it's like if you've got the flu and you're trying to squeeze your ass cheeks together and you're trying to not throw up on yourself on the way to the bathroom, on those first initial I gotta get to the toilet, on those initial movements, there's that, right? But as you're learning emotional health, there's this you can choose that. It's just that as you learn more and more practices, you build more and more community, and you have more and more tools and outlets, then you can have other choices so that maybe you don't eat the crap that makes you sick, that gets you to throw up in the toilet afterwards. Maybe that's
making better
making
better decisions. I was actually okay, so now that I'm learning this, I'm able to understand it so much on a deeper level that people that I talk to, I'm saying these things in ways that they're like, oh God, finally, someone actually says something that makes sense. It makes sense that why my body's reacting this way, why I can't stop that pattern, why I can't stop that behavior, because it's so deeply rooted in me that I'm not even conscious of how much these cycles that I'm going in, these cycles, so it's really great to end the cycles confidently and be able to now know that I had to have those cycles, even though they were a lot for 27 years?
Yeah.
Okay, 27 years of cycles.
Well, I don't know. If that's your age, then you're asking me. I'm like, I don't know. I think 27, but okay.
So 27 years of those cycles to be able to help people understand that, okay, it's okay. Yeah, your past sucks, but now you're going to help people.
Right.
And you're actually, it's really good. Celebrate that, because if you thrive, if you're a giver, I think I'm naturally a giver.
Right.
Especially when I love someone, especially if they're in I'm just a natural giver.
Right.
But I'm also a giver that has expectations. So it's unhealthy. Because it's I just did all this. Where's mine? I can't have it.
Yeah, I call it adding martyr sauce. It's where you're not actually giving, you're kind of giving, but there's an expectation, and then if they don't meet the expectation, then you don't let them know necessarily that you have that expectation. So
Well, I mean, aside from that, okay, yes, a giver with expectations, but I guess it's just more of well, don't you see how much I care? I just want you. If they're not going to give back to me what I'm giving to you, at least just show me that you appreciate it, right? Yeah. So that's really where I feel like it's been a cycle in my life where instead of just stop giving in,
right?
That's a shutdown. Well, now it's different because I'm well, if it's not being appreciated, I'm going to give it elsewhere now.
Yeah.
I'm going to find different ways to give it. And to different people to give it.
Yeah.
Because that's fine. Yeah, fine. You don't want to appreciate it? There's someone that really, really will. And that sounds kind of cliche and corny, but it's very true.
Yeah.
Because guess what? A lot of people use that in relationships, like what I just said. Oh, well, if they don't appreciate you, someone else will. Yeah. Okay, that doesn't always apply. You can, in relationships, you don't need to go have another boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, partner. Right. It's about, I can find another friend that really could use my help right now.
Right.
My family, I didn't really realize how much was struggling. I'm going to go see them, and I'm going to help and offer or I'm just going to surprise people in my life with things or whatever. And that's not even materialistic. It's just time. It could be time. It could be time.
Right.
Even a little bit of time means so much to somebody.
Right. That's beautiful. So what I hear you saying is instead of this idea that you're going to just withdraw, instead you're asking, you're saying, oh, okay, I'm not being seen here, I'm not being nourished here, and so I'm going to take what I was putting out here, and I'm going to go and spend time with with nourishing my family relationships.
It's back to the choices.
Nourishing my friends.
It's back to the choices.
Right.
So nourishing my album, nourishing my music, nourishing my friends, nourishing my health, nourishing myself, nourishing my son. There's so okay. I think that what happens with toxicity in relationships at all, in any relationship, is when you just don't really make good decisions.
Mm.
Even though you think you are.
Mm.
You're supposed to love that person. You're supposed
Yeah.
to not give up. You're supposed to fight for them.
Right.
Oh, they're going through this. I just need to be there for them. There's so many reasons.
Right.
Oh, they're going to go to rehab. Whatever. Like, but it's still knowing consciously, I'm going to make this choice for myself so that I can give to others. Like, it's just making better decisions.
Right. And I think a part of it for me was always, like stay and fight. I remember that. I'd be like, I'm going to fight for the relationship versus like, oh, this isn't working. And maybe I need to get other tools for the relationship or other practices for myself. So like just that mindset of like the, like, versus like, wow, this really let me take a step back and let me breathe. And one piece that I still like am leaning in towards is, asking for my needs to be met, like if I want to be seen in a certain way, and not stopping until that's really nourished. So I used to be like, did you like dinner? Like,
oh my gosh. So yeah.
Yeah. And then if they didn't say something, then I would take it really personally. And then I would withdraw my love.
I mean, that is a really bad feeling, though.
Yeah, it is. It is. And so there's this guy, Paul Sterling, who has this book called Argue Less, Love More. And he said that with his partner actually, because he will blow by, like he'll just walk by the garden. She'll have planted a beautiful garden. He's like, what specifically am I looking at in here? So that I know what it is that I need to pay attention to, because he's like, it's a great garden. But she's like, so she's and she's like, I need you to look at this and tell me how much you love this.
Aww.
And so it's really starting to I'm more of like a blanket person, like you like all of this. And then the martyr part of it is the others. That's like my test. And if you don't show up, then I'm just going to withdraw.
And then you're even going to withdraw from that going forward. So it's letting that person view of that dictate how important it is. When it's actually just probably as important.
Right.
Oh, no. Okay.
So that's how I'm like really visualizing that pattern. And I'm also in this place of adoring that about me, like how that's really adorable. I stayed really protected, but it doesn't allow space for others when I'm in that space. So I'm like, I can be a martyr and I can be alone and I'm freaking awesome. So I can do that, or I can let people in and I can practice like just showing up.
Yeah, it doesn't mean it's all of you. I just recently had this conversation, also posted about it. Your percentages that you're available to give, and you can even communicate with the person, or even your family. Like, okay, I only have this much percentage I need to give. Okay, so what should we do with that percentage? Right. Because I'm going to be honest, this is like all I can give because I still need to do this. I need to give to this person right now. I need to give to me right now. I need to give to my music and my career right now, my hobby, my religion, my spiritual practices, my health. It's all consuming, right, of our time. So if you're clear about your percentages and if you even map it out, that's what I've been trying to do recently. But yeah, it's been helping a lot.
Yeah, you're like, I'm at 3% and I have 5 minutes. So whatever you got.
I think you probably even noticed a little bit too. I'm like, you're not, well, I mean, the COVID and quarantine was a little bit different, but I definitely have been a little, it's not really a searching. I think it's just knowing your worth. And you can't truly give. Okay, I don't know how I feel about this, so we can actually talk about it. Okay. There's people that are like, how are you supposed to give if you don't have anything to give? Then there's also people that are like, well, like let's say you're a mother, we have nothing to give, but we're giving to our children anyway. And it's worth it. Yeah, it sucks, but it's worth it because those are our kids, and that's what you do. That's what part of motherhood. So like, I'm kind of in a field of like, that is true, but like, what is so right?
I can speak from psycho mom. Yes. And then I can speak from non-psycho mom. Okay, cool. So psycho mom was 6 years without much sleep. Pretty psycho. Yeah. And I'm a much better mom when I make requests and when I'm like, well, you know what, I could really use some sleep and I could really use some support and I could really use some community. And then there's like the exhaustion of, okay, I don't have a community. I don't have those things. Yeah. So like starting to nourish relationships and I entered a lot of that through prayer. So I was just, and oftentimes I remember Harrison was really sick one night, and I was holding him, and the sun was coming up, and I was like, I was so grateful that at some point in my life I'd been out and like had a show and danced the rest of the night, and then came out with the sun because it helped me at that moment to realize, wow, I'm holding a child who's really ill, and I'm grateful to be here at this moment with this child because I've been able to do those other things in my previous life.
Yeah.
So I think like perspective is the one piece that has really helped me, and then grace, like maximum grace on the times that I'm just a really really crap parent.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, okay, here's a good one. Here's a good one. When I would be like really angry, I would get into this place of singing opera. That's like my favorite because the kids would be just everywhere. I would limit, like I would put things away in boxes, and then I would also like there would be stuff laying out, and I'd be like, and they would know that I was angry because I'd be pretty fueled up, but I would act it out. I would just really vibrantly act it out. And
is that why you're like,
yeah.
Okay, now I thought you were just calling them, but now I know like you better get your butt down here or
And so like part of welcoming emotions to me. So I recognize that people are really in recent history, I speak about this a lot. In recent history, people are really coming into their emotional space right now. And you see a lot of people coming into their emotions and they're like, what do I do with all these emotions? And a lot of it is vomiting, right? They're like, well, I'm in pain and it's righteous pain. There's a reason for the pain. But there's this repulsion to the pain at the same time. And so some of the tools and techniques are like, how do I welcome in this anger, this righteous anger with expansion? And so that brings us back to music. Like, okay, so you're in toxic, let's say you're in toxic relationships. You're not in your place of core worth. Like you're like, I don't even know what core worth is.
Yeah.
Yep. You're at that space. Now you've been in these spaces before. What are some of like the initial steps that you took to start down the path of coming and starting to develop your core worth and nourish your core worth?
Here's the situation. Okay, no, seriously. Taking yourself away from the situation, which is so hard to do, I feel like. Especially when you're a person that's like, we need to solve this, we need to fix this. And if we're talking about, are we just talking about overall like a love relationship?
I think
if we are, yeah, okay. So usually it's like there's someone that's like, I'm gonna go take a breather right now, or I'm going to fight with you right now. Or I'm going to not like say some really bad things and then not talk to you at all. So what's best to do, I realize, is okay.
Okay, so you're here, you're crying, you're falling together, all of these little things. Yes.
Okay. Go away. Walk away. Don't vomit. Choose wisely. Go pray. Go meditate. Go read something. Go sing. Go scream. Go for a walk.
Yeah.
Like honestly, what I realized, it's definitely stuck in my body. Like in the moment of, I'm really upset. I'm really like sick to my stomach. I'm not able to eat. But it's like when I get moving, when I like drive, when I'm just going and there's purpose, and instead of just laying there or like I'm helpless and feeling sorry for myself over a situation or obsessing about the situation, like that's the worst thing you can do. And it's not like you're suppressing. It's just recognizing that you are stuck. You're literally stuck, and you need to like you're at like, I don't know, atoms or matter, like atoms. Like you need to separate them in order to have clarity almost. Like I don't have a beautiful way of putting it, but it's just like you have to move. So exercise is really good. I haven't been exercising, but I have purpose. So I'm always going. I'm always doing something. So if there is something that triggers me and sparks my anger, even if I have like taken 10 steps back and given into it, said terrible things to someone, fought with that person, um, or done things that I'm not proud of in that situation, just anything, like any reaction, if I like, oh, there goes all my progression. Like and I get so upset with myself that I even get even angry. Usually what happens is I'll progress and then something triggers me so hard that I will go back and then it won't be good. But even in that, like the moment of like, okay, I just messed up. I really did. I just messed up. I just did something I'm not proud of. But still recognizing I still have a choice to fix that. So what do I go do? So even if I messed up in any way, I'm like, okay, well, I'm still gonna grow. I'm still gonna become my best self. And it's just really realizing that, like, instead of feeling like I'm not good enough, um, this person must hate me. This person I love is probably cheating on me right now because they hate me so much because I'm not worthy, because we just got in a fight. And just also trusting the process. So going away, okay, here's the situation. You go away from this situation. Yes. And you're here now and you're by yourself and you're praying and you're meditating. And and you're relaxing and trusting that, okay, maybe you're not trusting that person really in what they're doing. And instead of crying about it, you're like, well, I trust God. I trust myself. I trust the process. I trust that what's meant to be will be. So it switches. You're like, I'm scared. I'm anxious. I'm afraid. I'm worried, and I can't stop thinking about it. I'm obsessing. I'm angry, and I just want to punch something. To okay, well, I'm trusting God, and then it also puts a sense of like gratitude because now you're trusting. It shifts to trust to gratitude, then you're grateful, so it shifts to happiness, and then happiness shifts to success, and then all of a sudden you're like okay with that person you're fighting with again, and it's fine because you did the right thing, you made the right conscious decisions, and then you even get apologies, and it actually goes more in your way, and it's actually great. So that's just my 2 cents.
That's one version of how it could turn out. Yeah, I love that. I think
it took years to figure that out though, and I think it's definitely a part of maturity.
Yeah.
A lot of people are like, oh, when you mature, you'll get it. Or like, people are just, saying that. It takes definitely a huge mature mindset to understand that. Because I think that there is such a thing as young, crazy love. And so, and you don't, sometimes it's like you don't know the difference. Even when you're, and it could be like middle, like you could be 35, you could be 40. Like there's some sort of love that can provoke a crazy love.
Yeah.
But that's usually a cycle.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And that doesn't mean that means that you care for your ex more than you care for that person that you're with. It just means you have wounds that you never healed.
Right.
So when they get brought up, you need to recognize that it could be a cycle.
Right.
And like you just want to end that crazy love cycle.
Right.
The crazy love that's not like a pure love,
Right.
the healthy love, the
Right.
mature love.
Or nourishing love.
Yeah.
I think that like I remember being young and I was just like, it was a while ago. I'm still young, but I'm not like 16 young where I was like, we're gonna fight and this is gonna be great.
Yeah.
And if you only showed your love for me, right? And I was like, but it was astounding for music. Like, I wrote some amazing songs about that guy,
that's like funny.
Or piano stuff, and I remember like one of the songs it's like one of the ones that has a bunch of likes on YouTube. And I remember being in the studio and I'm like I couldn't even get through the song. I was crying so much while I was like doing the song. So like there's this energy and there's this force to that kind of like love and that kind of rediscovery of self. Like the muse energy. And sometimes the Shakespeare talks about all the world is a stage and all the men and women merely players, right, Mr. Tyler? Is that accurate? Did I almost say correctly? Forgive me, Shakespeare people, if I didn't get that right. But it's this idea that there are going to be people who show up in our lives for us in order to play the role of the asshole. And in order to play so that we can look at them and say, oh, oh, I'm supposed to be learning how to not react here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm supposed to be learning how to become more nourishing of
Yeah.
myself
Yep.
and take care of myself
Mm-hmm.
even here.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me about a couple of the songs, Mr. Tyler. I'd like to thank our techie guy, Mr. Tyler. Thank you. What is the what's the time? Ooh,
I don't know the song.
okay. We're gonna get into it with Lizzy Tremaine. She's gonna talk a bit about the song ahead of time.
Okay.
And then
Am I still being able to be heard right here? Oh, talk for a second.
oh,
Well, I take my tea because talking a lot makes my voice.
okay.
Yeah. Harder to Love
Okay.
is a song about what we're talking about. It's pretty much ending the cycles, and it's me saying to my loved one, I can feel that there's something keeping us together. This love is intense. I feel this love. It's valid. It's there. We can't deny it. But it's time for it to stop feeling so hard. So that's why it's called Harder to Love, because it resonates with the fact that, like, even if it's not about a relationship, it's the words, like, when I was writing them, I was like, well, this is relevant to, what's going on in my relationship, but it's also really relevant to what's going on within myself as well. Because you should not be so hard on yourself, like, fighting with yourself all the time, and, looking at yourself in the mirror and telling yourself, like, today, we are not going to make it so hard to love you. Yeah, so it's just
Yay! Oh my goodness!
I actually wrote that recently.
Yeah.
So
Beautiful.
definitely thought
Right.
of you, of course, every time.
All right, take it away, Ms. Lizzy Tremaine. I'll read your comments, so thank you.
I cannot tell you why. Maybe it's fate on our side. Maybe we don't know how to pick a fight. World is so simple, so much is out there. When will we wake up and realize we could be heroes, we could win battles, conquer as one, harder to love, to try to get to where we need to be when something makes it harder to love. Let's try to get to where we need to be when something makes it harder to love. Harder to love. Something inside made you stay when we both want to walk away. In your eyes, I find a way. Remember the good things we can say. Positive healing, positive feeling. When will we wake up and realize we could be heroes, we could win battles, conquer as one, no more harder to love.
just to get to where we need to be when something makes it harder to love. Ooh, it's just to get to where we need to be when something makes it harder to harder to love. It's always like I'm fighting alone. It's always like we somehow come back home. I'm dying for you to see my heart. Let's go back to the start. Harder to love. To trust, to get to where we need to be when something makes it harder to love. Something is brewing in the sky. I cannot tell you when or why. In your eyes, find a way. Remember the good things we can say.
Totally beautiful. I love it. Thank you, sound engineer.
Thank you, sound engineer.
So we just got feedback that they're not actually able to hear us very well. So,
Okay, awesome.
oh, sorry. Okay, now I'm just supposed to talk. Okay, so we wanted to just say thank you so much again to Spirituality Gone Wild and Love Coach Academy, Lighthouse Effects, Sign.net, and Silverbird Studios. So we're getting everything organized. We're really grateful that you were able to drop in with us today. We're sending love. This is Miss Lizzy Tremaine, and we hope you have a fantastic week ahead. Looking forward to connecting with you next week. Thanks, beauties. It's the live button up on the right, bud. And broadcast.